Hello, my name is Jono, and I am Hex's Financial Medicine on Twitter. Uh, Somebody just wrote a post accusing me of being a scammer, and they did it with a whole wall of information. And so rather than just kind of me sitting there trying to tweet away into like that just creates a more of a wall of information, and that's how misinformation is spread. So I'm putting my face to this post, and the person who posted these things about me, I challenge you as well. I looked at your Twitter profile. It looks like you've been quite a shill for Alex Saunders from Nuggets News, and I'm not sure if you work with him or if you're just a fanboy or if it is Nugget. I have no idea. Um, but I challenge you to put a face to calling me a scammer. So I'm just going to go through. You've written me a nice little script here, so I'm just going to go through what you've said. So you say every hex promoter promising guaranteed returns, price to only go up. That's incorrect. I've never said about anything that's guaranteed. I've given a lot of information as to the mechanics of hex and to market pressures, and that's purely all just my own what I have been observing, having dug into the hex contract, into the audits, into the community, and all of that. So there's a little misconception there. Some advertising it says on advertising it says it's designed to go up, but nobody knows the future. Nobody knows where the price will go, and so I haven't been talking about. I've never promoted that or promised any guaranteed returns or anything like that. Nothing revolutionary about that the project has to offer. Well, that's just patently untrue. This is the only project in the DeFi space which has no administration key. It's an immutable contract, so it's there forever. That's it. It's done. It's a completed product in that sense. It's cryptocurrency's first completed product. It has 3 audits, so you can go and look at those audits. They're incredibly reputable audits as well, and just in those 2 factors alone, it is a revolutionary product. But you need to go on your own journey to find that out. So rather than just give you my opinions, I'd rather just stick to reasons. So you said, the next thing you said was Hex offering Andreas Antonopoulos 10 BTC to tell people it isn't a scam. LOL. That was really, really bizarre. I've been a follower of the cryptocurrency. I first bought Bitcoin back in at the start of 2016. I've been just a hobbyist. I've just followed along, and Andreas had some amazing talks. That I actually went and saw him live when he came to Melbourne, Australia, and that was a really exciting time. It was a packed audience. I actually asked him a question. I think I asked him a question about DPOS or something. Anyway, Andreas is someone I've always respected. However, in this instance, he's lost a lot of my respect. All he did was put on Twitter that somebody offered him 10 BDC to do something. It's like, well, okay, who sent it to you? And were they a Hex person, or were they somebody who was trying to create FUD in Hex? You know what I mean? And then he didn't say anything else afterwards, and he hasn't looked into it. You know what I mean? And he says he hasn't looked into it, and I find that astounding that someone who I respected intellectually can't open themselves up to look at something new. Having to commit staking coins for up to 15 years to receive Hex coin rewards. That's absolutely true. You don't have to. Everyone's got a choice. So, if you want to stake for 15 years, you'll get the best returns. If you want to stake for 10 years, you'll get pretty amazing returns. And that's all just within the Hex coin. I'm in all currencies are relative anyway. So I don't know what the hex coin will be worth in Australian dollars, which is what I will end up using it mostly as. You need to swap between hex and ETH, and then ETH the Australian dollar, or probably US dollar, then Australian dollar, and whatever that is. So I'm probably going off on a bit of a tangent, but yeah. It's all about staking. That's the whole point of the coin. It's like you lock up that value and you get rewarded for that. And the longer you lock it up, the more you get rewarded. Simple. The marketing of the big payday, so obviously designed to target noobs and make money off them, going all in. One of the reasons for the recent pump. It's very good marketing on the big payday, I agree. Obviously designed to target noobs. I disagree. I think this is a coin that is targeting people who do their own research and investigate like fully. And it probably grabs noobs as well, but those noobs who are in it for the gambling or whatever, and the people who are just in it for the gambling. But that's going to attract, like everyone's going to, they're going to be attracted to all of the coins. So I don't see how Hex specifically targets noobs. Yeah. And if it did, it's doing it for a good reason anyway, because it'll save them from a lot of scams. Yeah. One of the reasons for the reason it's pumped. Yeah, true. It's going to keep doing that as well. Okay, only seeing catchy Hex Twitter handles like yours promoting Hex. Yep. So what happened was there's a guy called Hexo, and he has a show on DTube every day, and he's been running that for the whole time of the launch. And he said to people, follow, I can't remember what it was. It was like, share the word or follow me or something like that, and I'll change your profile picture. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's super fun. So I sent him my profile picture. That is actually me. I'm an acrobat and a dancer and stuff, and like that's me in my picture, being held up. And thank you for Hexo for doing that. And I think they look really cool and funky. You know what I mean? I love the colors, and that's why I decided to do that. Seeing profiles like yours who didn't tweet about crypto at all, and then suddenly tweeting about Hex every day, a bit strange. True. If I was you, I would investigate that strangeness. But you're kind of reading into it, I think, a little bit too much. Like, it's basically just people who've worked out that this is an amazing project and are starting to become really, really rich, and so they're just wanting to tell everybody. They're just wanting to get the word out, you know what I mean? And they understand that there's a big kind of like chasm of misinformation and understanding about crypto, about economics, about a lot of things, So they're doing that, yeah. But it's all completely organic. Like, check out the community. Like, it's very obviously an organic community. Your Twitter handle is Hex's Financial Medicine, but you have no background in finance or economics. You never tweeted about crypto, and then all of a sudden, a few months ago, you changed your Twitter handle and overnight become a crypto expert and promoter of the Hex project. Cool, yeah. So yeah, I changed my name to Hex's Financial Medicine because that's exactly what it is. That's how I see it, and I did it because I wanted people to know. I want to get the word out. And so that's why I did that. Sorry if you don't like my handle. Well, not really. Cringy YouTube videos of rappers promoting Hex, an obvious attempt to attract noobs to the project and getting them wrecked. It's all organic. It's all organic. These are all people who are real artists who are just like making stuff. They're making memes. They're making videos. They're doing stuff, and it's only going to grow, dude. So like get used to it, because it can't be stopped if it's organic and it's real. So like look into the Hex community. It's like it's insanely amazing, and so I'm not really sure. So yeah, that's all of the things that you've said. Yeah, like, listen, I'll just add one more little story of how, kind of like my little crypto story, because I'm talking and why not. I read a book in 2015, and and then it was by a New York Times writer, I think. I can't remember the name of the guy, and just went, whoa, this is the next money. And so I put as much money as I could into, not very much. I've never been a very wealthy person, and yeah, I put money into Bitcoin, and so I rode all of those, waves up and down, and I tried loads of different altcoins, and I got scammed a number of times, and I'd invested in ICOs where the guy went off and took the money, and like, so I went through all of that, and that was my university, I guess. And you're right, I don't have any. Well, I've got a master's degree in film producing. If you want to go on the credentials kind of thing, and like I've had a career, not an incredibly well. I've had a career, you know what I mean, and yeah, so I've got a degree in psychology. You can just rattle off all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. Just don't even believe who I am. Like, just go and research it for yourself, you know what I mean? I've got a website there, though, if you want to check it. But anyway, getting back to my crypto story. Yeah, so like, I was in Nuggets. I was watching Nugget quite a lot, sort of at the end of last year, or mid to end last year, or even start, I can't remember. And I was right into Nugget, and I think he has very good intentions, and I think he's just very, very misguided. And so that's why I've been kind of after Nugget, because I joined his group. I paid a thing. I wanted to see what Nugget had on his wallet and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to see the reports, and while I was in there at the same time, I found Hex, and just was like, holy shit. And then so in the group, the first post was like, hey guys, have you seen this? Da 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 da. Like, I thought I was going to hand these guys this beautiful gem, and I just got so much like FUD, and I was just like, this is exactly the same as in the Reddit days between the Bitcoin or whatever, RBTC and RBitcoin or whatever, those fights, you know what I mean? And back then I was trying to work out who I believed in, or what I believed, and what I worked out, and there was all lots of censorship there. Anyway, what happened was, with that post, after I sort of was discussing all this stuff with these people, and I don't have anyone in my real life that I can discuss stuff with, so I go online to discuss crypto stuff. And yeah, then Nugget came in and said, no, it's a scam, blah, 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 blah. And I said, no, but hang on, have you got any proof? Da, da, da. And he just deleted the whole post. And I was just like, you just deleted the whole post? Like, censorship? Man, I was like, oh, man, you crazy? Are you kidding me? And so then I wrote a thing to Nugget and said, listen, this and this happened, and I'm out of your group, dude. But I wanted to leave it nice, like I kind of left it all open, and then he said, how do you want us to refund your money? And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, you give me my money back, and I'm going to buy Hex. And so I've got like, I think 4,700 Hex or something that the Nugget sent me. And that money is waiting for Nugget. And in the letter I said, Nugget, if you, once you come out on video and give Hex a proper review or really look into it, then I'll give you that Hex. And so that offer is still there. I've still got that Hex. It's not, I mean, it's a bit now. It's getting a bit bigger every day. So yeah, and so that's kind of why I have a bit of a thing for Nugget, because I still watch him and I really like his analysis, although I don't always agree with him. But I just think that with some of these things in the DeFi world, he's just led people so wrong. And putting Anthony Sassano on as well, after we have evidence of him being in a scam group and and I know he said he was joking, and the only way you're going to actually deal with that is if you, I don't know. I'm not sure what advice to give Anthony, except to take a look at yourself, dude, and have a think. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, that's probably like where my kind of thing is. I'm not trying to sell Hex to anybody. People might laugh at that, but that is not my intention. My intention is purely to give information, to make people empowered by having information. And yeah, so I thank you for asking me those questions and bringing that up. And I look forward to your video response. Thank you.